Yes, they're waiting. Go. Are you happy? I see a lot of smiles. But are you happy?
Not really.
Not really. Honesty. There you go. Think about it inside. What does happiness entail of? What makes you happy? Getting a present? Does that make you happy? Sure. We're grateful for that minute. Somebody says, I love you. What about that? Does that make you happy? Does that enthrall you? Does that make you grateful for that person? Life is not happy. Our nature as humans is to look at the wrong side of things. When you wake up in the morning, do you sit there and go, man, this is great. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I've got a spouse next to me. I have a pet. I have kids. I have a house, an apartment. I have food. Is that how you get up every morning? Or do you get up and go, oh, God, my hip hurts. Oh, what happened to my back? Did I sleep wrong? What is she going to do to tick me off today? What are those kids? They're going to bounce off the wall. I know it. Oh, I got to go to work. I'm going to sit at a desk. I got a boss that's an idiot. I mean, a good boss that's an idiot. Is that how you get up in your day? Does that resonate more with you? Is that a grateful attitude? You see, life, while it's not happy, it can be. And that's up to you. That's up to each and every one of you. To have a life of gratitude. If you get up and are grateful and start the day at that point, your day will start differently. Could you tell just by what I was doing the difference in the two people? Did it seem like two people? It did to me. You know, gratefulness is something that is a learned behavior. You're taught it, most of you were probably taught as a young child, when you got your first present, you got your rocking horse, you got your ball, you got whatever it was. What did your parents say? What do you say? That's right. I didn't even have to prompt you. I was going to prompt you and say, tell me what you say when your parents say, what do you say?
Thank you.
We're taught from a young age to be grateful humans. But somewhere, life overcomes us. And we are no longer grateful. We don't have that attitude of gratitude. Elie Wiesel, who I've quoted before, the Jewish writer that has survived the Holocaust and a number of things, Nobel laureate, said when a person doesn't have gratitude, something is missing in his or her humanity. A person can almost be defined by his or her attitude toward gratitude. So if you want your life to be filled and be happy, have a life of gratitude. Start there. It's in our DNA to be grateful. We just forget how to do it. But learning to be grateful, it's a key of life. Till you are grateful for what you have, you'll never get what you want. Think about that. Until you can get up in the morning and say, I am happy for this crick in my back. Why? Because now I'm going to exercise and do something about it and stretch it out. There's always a silver lining under anything that bad can happen. And I know what you're saying right now in your heads. Are you kidding me? 9/11, what good came out of that? The death of my mother, the one person that loves you unconditionally, I've lost them. Where's the good in that? And I could go through each one of these horrible, horrible points and teach you how to be grateful in those. You have to do it. It's in your own willpower. It's in your DNA to do it. Lou Holtz said, ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, and attitude determines how well you do it. So it's all up to you to start that, to start having a life of gratitude. I want to share something with you this morning. my lovely wife, who I am extremely grateful for, we didn't start our day out that way. Oh, sure, we smiled and cuddled and did all the wonderful things that husband and wife should do. But as the world kicked up and life started going, the wrongs got into us. The wrongs of the world took control of us. And we started arguing. Well, what are we going to do with the kids? The kids are out of summer. Eva doesn't have anywhere to be. She's 7 years old. What do we do with her? Well, we planned this. We should have planned this back in April. And we just started going. Well, what about this? And it became no longer grateful. Fortunately, we stopped and backed away from that and realized what was going on. And we took back control and made a plan. I am so grateful for that woman. But it took control to remember that. This book, A Simple Act of Gratitude, great book. I encourage you to get it. Tells the story of a lawyer whose life was spinning out of control, horribly. His firm was about to go under. His wife had left him. Just, you imagine Job's story, right? You imagine it was happening to him. And he had a meeting with someone and said, I thank you for this. And he left the meeting feeling a little better, talking with the people and giving him his advice, even though everything was going wrong. Later on that week, he received a thank you note that said, you turned my life around. Your simple words. I'm now doing this, this, and this, and it's changed me. Thank you. And he sat there stunned for a minute and decided at that point how that thank you note affected him. He was going to begin writing a thank you note a day and be thankful for anything and everything that happened. Good, bad, indifferent. And he started doing that over and over and over. And slowly but surely, his attitude had changed. Life was coming back to him. No, his law firm didn't go to the top, but his life went to the top. And things started helping him out. Remember the pay it forward concept? That works. That is gratefulness in action. This card, a simple card for Father's Day. Some years ago, I pulled it out. I read it again to my husband. Thank you so much. I feel great gratitude for all the wonderful things you brought into my life. You make me happy, not with just what you share, but for all that you are. Happy Father's Day to my beloved husband. Signed by this lovely woman. The key was gratitude. I was so happy to get this card. It made me feel great. What kind of card that you write to? Super dad. Who doesn't want to be super dad or super mom? Getting cards is grateful. And it made me become grateful. Because I stopped looking at, it's just a card. And started looking at what was in the card. And why it was done. And who it was done by. And what I had done to deserve this. I became grateful. Attitude is determined by your gratitude. The more grateful you are, the better attitude you will have. The better attitude you will have, you've heard this, attitude dictates your altitude. So start with gratitude. This is probably the most powerful one I have, and turned me around. So the thank you note that I found, buried in this book. Hollis, my love, my life, my prince. Through good times and bad, in sickness and in health, you are my rock. You are my love and my companion for life. I could not have asked God for a more perfect match. I love you with all of my heart. I resolve to show it more. Thank you for you being you. I could not go on without you. Thank you for all that you are. Your love, Andra. Is that someone not to be grateful for? Is that someone to argue with? I want you to think about that when you leave this room. What can a simple attitude of gratitude do in your life? For good, for bad, indifferent. I brought thank you cards. I'm going to give each of you one. When you leave this room, I want you to write it to someone and be amazed at what happens. Life of gratitude can be yours. I challenge you that. Thank you.